Fighting for his life, the teen who saw two teenage girls killed allegedly by their own brother.
And as Josh Hacker endures more surgery, his family is trying to stop rumors surrounding that deadly attack. Night on Your Side's Julie O'Neill joins us live from UC Medical Center, where it's been a long day of waiting and hoping for Hacker's family. Julie?
Yes, Carol, tonight the some 10-hour surgery continues. I spoke to Josh's aunt. She tells me that doctors are working to repair broken bones severed by bullets in his arms, namely, as well as his jaw and his cheek. The 17-year-old, she tells me, remains on a ventilator and is using a feeding tube. And adding to his family's pain of what's happened here, his aunt says it hurts to hear some of what they've heard about Josh. Police say early Wednesday morning, 21-year-old Matthew Hayden shot his teenage sisters Elizabeth and Sarah along with 17-year-old Josh. It's been reported the Hayden family had taken Josh in and he'd been living with them. Josh's aunt says he lived with his mother, was supposed to be staying with friends that night, and did not have his mother's permission to be at the Hayden's house. And so far, the family says Matthew and his parents have not reached out to the Hackers. The family says, quote, "We have not left him alone. We have heard him cry out for help and are emotionally overwhelmed at the thought of what he witnessed and has to endure." Now, as Josh's family surrounds him, I can tell you the Colerain Township Police family is surrounding the officers who had to respond this and experience what they did. I'm told they are going through a specific debrief process, and I talked with longtime police psychologist Dr. James Daum about what that entails.
You start to feel isolated.
Dr. James Daum has seen this over his decades, helping officers deal with trauma. He says they first need a safe place to talk about it,
so they can share what they were thinking when they came upon the scene, also what affected the decisions they made. We bring up the emotional experience they went through, and both during and subsequent to it.
Dr. Daum says though everyone experiences things differently, officers need to know how they compare.
I go over what's common in these situations and point out to them maybe any indicators that the recovery is not going as quickly as it should, so they can get the assistance they need.
The talking and comparing lead most importantly to reconnecting.
And if the other individual you're speaking to expresses an understanding, it helps bring us back into the social fold and feel like we're not alone dealing with a terrible incident.
Dr. Daum says the vast majority of officers move through this process successfully. It's especially difficult when children are involved. As for Josh, we will stay on top of his recovery and bring you any updates as we get them. At UC Medical Center, I'm Julie O'Neill.